All right, here at Keeping Score, the biggest part of our competition is the competition itself. Who would have thought? So look, we have been keeping track of our records all postseason, and coming into this, the Candyman has been on a disappointing run. He's been struggling, but if you look, we gave him a chance to win the competition if he can nail a set of picks right here. The first thing he had to do, pick the player who would have the most receiving yards in the game. His 10-year-old son, Jack, told him, pick Devonta Smith, and Jack was correct. Jack Candia going to be on the show one day. For now, though, the Candyman nails that pick. We also had Gainwell, Dallas Goedert, and I threw out Travis Kelce, who was second in yards. So all solid picks there. The other thing was total points scored. And, Candyman had to be closest. He tied with me for closest. We both had 61 points. The actual number was 71. So we both did solid there. But then, the one key part, none of our three analysts could see that the Kansas City Chiefs would be the team to win this game. So they all had Philly. I, as Team Money, nailed the Kansas City Chiefs, and because of that, I will be your 2022 NFL Keeping Score champion. Second straight year that I've took this home, and nobody in this room can even hold a candle up to me. When I came on this show this year, I said, I'm going to give myself good competition. I think they'll be able to compete, and I was wrong. I'm Team Money, and I'm Team Money for a reason. My picks are always straight cash. 9-4, my final record. The other guys finishing 8-5. Candyman, absolutely atrocious record. He has to be banned from the show for good at this point because he cannot make a pick to save his life. Okay, so enough about the past. We have our next challenge that we're going to bring in. I kind of spoke too soon because we are heading back to the past. We're going to throw the challenge flag. We are going to look at, if we were head coaches or referees, it can apply to both, what would we change? What move, whether it was a play call or a flag thrown somewhere, was really, really messed up and really kind of just completely wrong? So, M-Dog, I'll let you take the lead here.
All right. I don't know if this involves a flag or anything, but this is what I was thinking about. At the end of the game, I guess it was there was a holding call, and I guess they got the first down, and then they had the opportunity to burn more clock time there. And, of course, they slid down there. And but if they don't get that flag at the end, the Chiefs, Philadelphia has some time left on the clock for one last drive. And that would have been kind of exciting because, listen, I didn't want the Eagles to win, but it was kind of inevitable that last 1 minute.
Yeah.
It kind of took the suspense out.
Anticlimactic.
And it would have been really nice if he had gotten at least 30 seconds to tie the game with a field goal, Because, listen, that's what Mahomes got, right? It would have been nice to give Jalen Hurts that shot, just to make it really interesting, so the Chiefs could say, hey, listen, or the defense could say, we stopped them. We definitely, instead of just kind of cleverly using the clock. And listen, got to give Reed and the Chiefs credit. They played the game by the rules. They knew what they had to do. They slid down. They ate the clock up. But it would have been nice if that holding call, because they would have had more time, correct? I don't know how much.
That was a lot more, at least a minute.
Yeah.
I agree with you because when you watch that play in real time, the throw is way over his head.
He didn't have a chance to catch.
It's technically a hold, but they were letting that go all game.
Yeah.
The call in the actual game that I didn't like was in the third quarter. Miles Sanders catches it, gets crushed. Nick Bolton again recovers it for a touchdown, and they said he didn't make a football move, so it was never a catch. I want to go back further in time to the 2014 season.
We get enough gas in that DeLorean?
January 2015. When Des Bryant makes a great catch, they don't call the catch.
He did not catch it.
That football move rule I want to get rid of because it changes the outcome of games. I'm not going to say the game is rigged because the call that would have helped the Chiefs, the second potential fumble recovery for a touchdown by Nick Bolton, was taken back. But I don't like the football move rule. Eliminate it, go back, get rid of it. I don't like it.
Okay, so that's a big change being made in the NFL. Interesting to see.
Commissioner Candia, when it happens.
I like it.
That's his first order of
business. I'd rather
business.
you in there than Goodell, that's for sure. Big Daddy, what about you?
I have to agree with the Candyman with that called back football move and the non-catch. So I think that would have been definitely a game changer in the game. So Yeah, no, it's that whole idea of the football move, gotta go.
Does
off
Nick
of
Bolton,
turnovers.
does
Yep.
Nick Bolton get named MVP if he gets the 2
Right.
fumble recoveries for touchdowns?
that would
and
be
well,
huge.
Kansas City would have to win, obviously, but
And
I think he would.
I think they would have been. I
Yeah.
think
I mean, he was just in the right place at the right time. He's a great player and was all over the field on the Chiefs defense, but I think it just changes things.
Regardless, massive game for Nick Bolton. There's some talk about the refs. My pick would be really to the coaches. I think teams played Philly the wrong way. You remember Kansas City scores that touchdown, right? To go up by 7 points. They kicked the PAT to extend their lead to 8. Why would you do that? I mean, the fact of the matter is, the Philadelphia Eagles, teams need to understand this, are so good at converting anything 2 yards or less. So Kansas City should have known.
Sneaks.
Yeah, Kansas City should have known that Philly was basically automatic to convert that 2-point conversion. Why not? Why wouldn't they try to go for 2 themselves and try to make it a 2-score game? They could have sealed their win much, much sooner. Other teams, my Giants had a horrible game plan against them. Same with San Francisco. Same with almost every team in the regular season. I urge all 32 or all 31 other NFL head coaches to take a good look at how Philly plays and be ready to stop it next year. Because they have talent, yes, but so much of their success was attributed to teams not being prepared to face them. So if you have a game plan in place, you can really, really do some damage against Philly. That was what I would throw the challenge flag on. So with that being said, our third and final topic of the day is going to be Eye to the Future. 2022 season was absolutely incredible. I had so much fun watching it, but the league can change fast. There can be a team that really comes out of nowhere to make some noise. And I'm going to start out by giving my pick here. I've been going last. I'm going to catapult into first. The Houston Texans are a team to watch for. We've seen 2 straight years where the worst team in the AFC, the Bengals 2 years ago and now the Jaguars, have jumped into the playoffs and both actually won a playoff game. There's no reason the Texans can't do that this year. D'Amico Ryans, their new head coach, he's a culture guy. He will really set a good atmosphere for the team. Texans legend in the past. He's a young guy. Players will want to play for him. They'll have a huge pick. They'll bring in, a big-time quarterback, and they can really, really make some noise in a weak AFC South. That's going to be my pick. Candyman, we'll let you go now.
I mean, this is a Geno Smith autographed helmet. The guy's a Pro Bowler this year.
Is he going to be playing for the Jets, though?
They could use anybody.
If so, then your prediction sounds good.
Probably would take him right now. That's how bad they're our quarterback. So I think, I'm not saying the Jets, win the Super Bowl or anything crazy like that, but they're a quarterback away from being a playoff team. Quinnen Williams, Sauce Gardner, you got 2 defensive Pro Bowlers right there. Breece Hall needs to stay healthy and be the running back the entire season. Hopefully Garrett Wilson can repeat. They just need a quarterback. I think if they even get a Derek Carr type quarterback, I don't think Aaron Rodgers is coming to New York. Instead of being 7-10, they could be 10-7. It would be nice to be in the playoffs. As a Jet fan, all I want as a Jet fan, I don't need a Super Bowl. I just want like a semi-franchise quarterback that maybe lasts 5 or 6 years, not an entire decade. I don't think I've ever had that in my lifetime. A guy that's been at the helm for the Jets for about 5 or 6 seasons. Probably closest would be Ken O'Brien. I don't know. I'd have to look back at that. That's all I want. So that's my prediction.
The Jets were good this year.
Playoffs.
I mean, they really looked like they could be a playoff team for most of the year until, obviously,
They almost beat the Vikings.
Yeah.
They beat the Bills. I was at that game. Let's see. Let's see what happens. Get a decent quarterback, a serviceable quarterback.
You've got good football in New York right now, that's for sure. M-Dog, our Giants were one of the surprise teams this year. Who do you think takes the leap next season?
Well, you're not going to like this.
I know I won't.
You're not going to like this. Nobody's going to like it. But, so today's Valentine's Day, and, I took a little heat for not wearing red today. But I woke up this morning, and I felt very presidential. I don't know. It was just Lincoln's birthday, Washington's birthday. It's President's Week, coming up, And so I threw on my presidential tie here, and then I thought about it. Then it came to me, all right, that the President of the United States is also known as our Commander-in-Chief. All right? So here's my prediction. I believe the Commanders and the Chiefs are going to both make the playoffs next year. That's my prediction, all right? The Commanders will get themselves a little quarterback. You know what I'm saying? Who knows? Now, I know there's a little ownership problem there in Washington.
More
I get
than
that.
little.
Yeah, I'd say. But, there's a coaching issue in Denver, or there was, and we'll see if Sean Payton's still got his mojo back. So, obviously, my backup is, Denver's going to make the playoffs. Of course, But, the Chiefs, the Commanders, and the Broncos all are in. All right? They're in. All right? Now, if I was really gutsy, I'd say it would be the Chiefs and the Commanders.
Super Bowl.
I'm not going there. Listen, I'm telling you, Chiefs, Commanders, Broncos, baby, and of course the Giants. But that's obvious.
Yeah, Giants, obviously. Washington was dangerous. I mean, they looked like a really, really solid team.
Set of receivers there.
Yeah. They got talent. And, if this kid, Sam Howell, can be the QB of the future, I don't know anything about him, but if he steps up, anything's possible for that team. I'm not as negative towards this as I thought I'd be.
All right.
It's
a sign in the right direction.
Yeah, you really are.
I started
going
going upwards during the playoffs, came in second, and now
tied for second.
Tied for second.
Sorry, everybody. And now T Money doesn't think I'm out of my mind. So all right.
There's still time for that to change.
Yeah, of course. There's going to be a fun off season with acquisitions and sign-ons and all that stuff. I'm looking forward to all that too, and then draft.
All right, Big Daddy, I think I know where you're going with this, but why don't you tell me?
He's already done it.
So,
He has,
so the Super Bowl is over, but it's going to be the Lions Super Bowl in a few weeks with the draft. I'm looking forward to it. It's where we're going to be taking new young talent to join the team. I called it on the first show. Lions is going to be in the playoffs, and I'm calling it the Super Bowl. Dan Campbell, great head coach. I think he's the right man and good fit for the Lions. Got a good quarterback. I've got Aiden Hutchinson on defense, young talent. I think it's going to be their season. I think they are going to be contenders next year.
Could have been in this year.
We might have to go to Detroit. We might have to go to Detroit, Rock City next year. Oh,
Well, if you remember Week 18, too, a lot of people complained about the Rams at Chargers officiating. The Rams, I'm sorry, Rams at Seahawks.
Yep.
Rams at Seahawks. If that's reversed, maybe Detroit's
in the playoffs, yeah.
And didn't somebody pick, you probably picked them, the most dangerous team if they had made the playoffs?
Yeah,
it had to be you.
talked about that.
Of course.
Yeah. It's all about the Lions.
Yep, that's right.
Yeah, I mean, look, Detroit football really might be back. They had a winning record. I love Dan Campbell. I don't think anyone should be able to not love Dan Campbell. He's just such a fun guy. Hutchinson's a beast. I could really, really get on board with the Detroit Lions being a team to watch out for. So that will do it for our main coverage. I've had a lot of fun breaking down. This goes back to September when, not you, we had Ella in your seat, but three of us were breaking down NFL picks. So we've really given a lot of coverage, seeing this whole season unfold in front of our very eyes. I had a ton of fun doing it. Candyman, any last words on this program this year?
No, it's a fun show, and Theo's a good host. M-Dogs brings a lot of personality to the show, and Big Daddy holds court right next to you. He's a good addition, and maybe this can be a continuing theme for years to come. Actually, we're losing Theo, though.
Yes, we are.
Actually, we're losing him to college and maturation, and he's becoming a man. He's leaving us.
We might have to come back one time.
I mean, if you go pro one day, you can invite us on one of your sets.
Yeah.
There you go.
That would be awesome.
So we're going to have to find a new host.
Yeah, we will. If you're a prospective host watching this, maybe a younger.
So is this retirement? That's it?
This is. We'll see. I'm gonna keep my options open.
I mean, you got to defend your title again.
Well, yeah.
Trifecta.
We can Skype you in.
Maybe I'll speak to Tom about how to handle my retirement. Me and him are going through some stuff. Big Daddy, anything you want to say? It was great adding you on. For this
It's been a great, fun time. I appreciate the invite, and I'm glad to be here, and looking forward to hopefully being back next season. So it'll be fun
to see that happen. M-Dog, lone representative. Can we get a shout out for the dog pound?
Yes. Enjoy the off season, everybody.
Yes. Look, I have had so much fun bringing you guys NFL picks the past 2 years. Two-time champion. The crown on my head. Who will take this home next year? That's something to watch out for. Before that happens, we'll have some more keeping score coverage in the future. College basketball. You are not touching the crown. You cannot touch the crown. You have to earn this. This is not to be entrusted with people like you. Look, we have so much sports coverage to bring you the rest of the year, but for keeping score, I'm T Money. Good night.